Hey, you guys, we are back to do another review of Married at First Sight, but more so of the after party. We're going to give y'all a little bit of both, but that after party is really truly where it went down. It's going down in the DM. So, yes, we have our patient here today. He's on workman's comp, so with the job, this one right here on the YouTube. So, he really ain't supposed to be at work. So, but yeah, we wheeled him on in here anyway.
No, don't lie. You didn't wheel nobody in here. What you talking about, like hospital bed and the hospital wheelchair? No, you told me, I said in the other video, you told me if I don't show up for work tonight, I was going to be fired.
Yeah.
So even though I'm not 100% and still recovering from my surgery, I had to limp myself in here to get in this chair to do this video because I was forced to.
This is just the intro. All right, you guys.
I had to
stay
get
tuned.
Out there. They call it HR.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God
first.
What's going on, Kourtney Ken, folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife right here.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
It just irritates me. Anyway, this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship, reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight, we're going to be talking about the after party and the episode for, what's the name of that show? Married at First Sight. Like she said, the after party had more spice to it
After party
than the episode itself. So we're going to get to that. Tell you what's going on with the couples stealing, lying, conniving against one another. This season has been a mess, a complete mess. From somebody getting kicked off the show early because somebody laughed at a joke, to that same person that got kicked off asking him to come back and they wanted to be friends with benefits. What kind of mess is that? Anyway, I can't get riled up because I'm still trying to recover.
You remember when we used to do the after party song? Yeah.
After
party.
They didn't give us our kudos, so I kind of blocked it out in my head.
No, it really truly kind of became like boring, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
The show?
The after party.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We really truly stopped watching it. Because it really wasn't bringing much. But anyway, so if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We like to have fun over here. We do. So, yeah, before we get into it, y'all, so I had a doctor's appointment today. I'm going to make this a little bit about me because I know he always make everything about him. So I'm going to share, give y'all a little insight. So I had a doctor's appointment today.
I had a driver, even though I was sick, still recovering. So can you take me?
With me, pretty much. So anyway, and so I see this doctor, for my thyroid like once a year and stuff like that. So, I know some of y'all probably, and really truly was on here, which I've been seeing somebody about my thyroid, but it was on here where one girl, this was, I think in 2020, she was like, Kourtney, you really truly need to get it checked. So that's when I got it checked and stuff like that. And I was having some issues at that time. But anyway, so now I go once a year. And so when I walked in, the girl was like, I watch y'all reviews all the time. And it was like an instant. It wasn't like, you look familiar. It was an instant. So, and then she said, Kourtney, yes. He had already sat down. And then he came back and peeked his head around the corner. She said, I wasn't talking about you. I was just talking about Kourtney. And she laughed and stuff like that.
He always like, Lord have mercy. It ain't all about you, okay? Golly. One person recognizes you. You think you need to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
It's coming.
Okay?
It's coming.
Golly. One person. You know how many people recognize me when I walk out there? A lot. They just don't say nothing.
They say, hey, trash man, can you go pick this? Y'all,
we talking about the show now. Go ahead, give her a shout out.
Go ahead, because you were talking now while I was back there with the doctor. Of course, you know, she told the nurse, she told the doctor and everything that we got a YouTube channel. But when I came out, him and her was talking about what shows that we used to review and all the other shows that we review and stuff like that. Yeah. So they had a good little conversation. So yeah, go ahead and give her a shout out.
Amanda?
No. It's like Samantha.
Amantha.
Amantha.
I told her I was gonna miss her name. I did say I was gonna miss her name.
Amantha. So we first of all want to say thank you for recognizing us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for supporting us and watching us. You know, even some shows we don't review anymore. We definitely appreciate you. You know, even just saying that you watch us. So yeah, we appreciate you and thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. And anybody, y'all see us,
and your nurse friends that came out talking to me.
Ooh, they told us some tea, didn't they, baby?
So yeah, we appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it is y'all want to talk about the after party first. Let's talk about that because honey, that was best, and other stuff we're gonna whiz on through, child, because honey, it was a snooze fest. So the after party. So just highlighting it, and I ain't finna talk about all of it, but just the juicy stuff, Well, first, it was Austin and it was Chloe on like the first half. And basically Austin was really explaining what happened when Becca was talking about he was seen with the producer and all that stuff, whatever. He was saying that him and the producer actually everybody became like family, and I've heard people say this before. When you are with somebody for like days and weeks and stuff like that, that just kind of become like a family for some. And so it seems as though his friends, ended up liking the producer. So the friend was like, one of his guy friends was like, hey, call such and such and say, hey, it's our last rodeo, let's go out for drinks, blah, blah, blah. They did. He said more people came. They ended up going to different, spots and stuff like that. So the producer wasn't there, for him. And then that's when they went to another spot and ended up seeing the other girls. And Keisha was like, well, did you tell Becca about this? He was like, well, he told her after the fact, and she said she didn't want to go, or she wanted to go home. She actually wanted to go back to her place and just relax and all that stuff, whatever. So, just the way he handled it, he did admit that he lied about it and it was wrong, so yeah, but that was that part. So he explained that, blah, 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 blah. But I was going to say, and too, Austin said he never watched himself. You know how the show airs and people watch themselves. He said he didn't watch himself pretty much the whole season. I think he should have. Maybe he could have seen more of his ways or whatever. But he said his friends and family watching. They said, oh, he did pretty good. Oh, okay. But anyway. So on the part where Becca and Cameron was on the next 30 minutes. And of course, Keisha, husband. I forgot his name. That is not his name. I know y'all won't want to be saying that's Kourtney husband, but I forgot his name. Brian, Matt, something. Yeah. But anyway, so she was saying that that Austin has a lying problem. Like, that's not the first time he lied to her. He lied to her several times. Something about, he said that he didn't vape, but she caught him in the bathroom several times vaping. He snuck around, her and tried not to tell her he was vaping and stuff. I was like, is that a big deal? It
was a big deal.
Vaping.
Oh, it shouldn't be, but if
she said she don't have a problem with it, but it's the fact that why you hiding and lying about it.
I'm surprised if she caught him lying like that about stuff like that. I'm surprised she said yes on decision day, because if you're gonna lie about small things like that, you don't know what else he's gonna lie about.
Yeah.
So why start off a marriage, on a lie, basically?
Right.
Is he? I know it's an image he's trying to maintain, but bruh, you just went overboard with it, with the trying to maintain a clean image. You lie about this, you sneaking around with this, you sneaking around. Austin is a sneaky dude.
You think so?
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Austin also said that, he said that he is his natural self, that's who he is. He ain't trying to like not say stuff on camera or stuff like that. He said that's just who he is.
That's fine, but I don't think Becca had a problem with that part. The problem she had was him not putting out and the lying. Yeah, so yeah, those are two major red flags.
And like Keisha's husband said, y'all put his name in, I'll be forgetting. So he was saying that, it went, and he was saying them, for example, he said, like, for us, for an example, it's a certain way that you kind of poise yourself when you're on camera, and then when the camera's not, you kind of more relaxed. So I get it, to the point where you just kind of more relaxed, and what I'm saying, like, but I guess the way Becca was saying, it was like he's just like two different people, but he was saying he wasn't like that.
Yeah, that's so when people are not used to being in front of the camera, you might see two different people, one person on camera, one person off camera. The people that are used to being in front of cameras, though, like you said, they might, be a little tensed up. They might put a little sauce on, but that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? And when the camera's off, they can kind of relax a little bit. Yeah.
Y'all think y'all gonna be getting this one right here? Hi.
I'm an introvert. I just have enough energy for a certain amount of time for people. Okay.
And he had ran out of his energy today when I was at that doctor's appointment because he was talking all the time I was gone. So yeah, he ran out of energy.
I just had, as you get older, your tank gets smaller. So it is what it is.
So the part that we really truly want to talk about is where Becca and Cameron, they are on the second half, like I said. And so they showed the scene where Cameron and Claire are basically going at it, and it was just so much back and forth when we actually did the review. Have we done that part yet? Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, that's when it was at the cookout.
Yeah, so when it was so much back and forth, you couldn't get a gist of what they were saying. So basically, Cameron was saying that it come to find out. So when they played that part, and Keisha was like, like what happened in that moment, he was saying, well, he had to tell Claire that, I take a lie for us, but I'm not going to lie on nobody else. And she was like, she didn't understand that basically that in that moment, Claire, he was like, that's when they friendship or whatever they had dissolved, because he was like, I'm not going to lie. So I guess Claire wanted him to be on the girl side and basically said that Brennan, yes, that, we said that we was going to go on a double date, but in that video, he said, no, we said after decision day, after we get past this, then, bro, we're going to chill out, go on a double date, have some drinks and stuff like that. But it seems as though Claire wanted him to say, or I guess maybe heard him say in between while they still married, because Claire's sole purpose is to take Brennan down, baby, to show him as the cheater, the man that he ain't.
Well, that's not Claire's responsibility.
She's a therapist.
Brenda is married to Emily.
She the therapist.
It doesn't matter. That's a piss poor therapist. Then okay, just imagine you going to her for marriage counseling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She gonna put some hate in your marriage, man. But what I'm trying to get at is that why she was so adamant about taking Brendan down. Was it an ego thing for her,
right? Or
was it like, oh, this is my girl, I want to help her out? But man, so I don't blame Cameron, man. To me, when you do stuff like that, it gets real, real messy. It gets real, real, blown way out of proportion, in my opinion. And, people get hurt.
Right.
So yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
You can finish talking about the rest of it. So yeah, so he said that part. And then so also Cameron was saying, yeah, so when that part and stuff like that, so he wasn't, so Keisha wanted to know what the lie was. So he said the lie is that, it seems as though Claire wanted us to go ahead and say, okay, this is how we're gonna I guess we ain't got no attraction. We say this is how we're gonna do it. So, it's something about when you kiss me, what it was when you kiss me.
I'm not gonna like it, something like that. But if what Cameron's saying is true, and Claire was doing all that, you must have a lot of time in your hand to to think of a scheme like this, man.
Yeah.
And for what purpose? To make yourself look good on camera, man?
The scheme was that basically we just gonna come together and say, yeah, we're not gonna, we agree to eventually get a divorce, but you know what I'm saying?
Just go through the whole process.
Right. And not like each other, so to speak.
What? Just for what? Just to stay on television?
I guess, because you know she stayed hemmed up in that apartment.
It just didn't make sense to me, man. You know, so.
And then that's when Beck was like, come on now, tell the truth, because you said, I got the text message, you was telling her, you know, be cold on camera, and stuff like that. It was almost like Claire was telling Becca that, you know, Cameron want me to act this certain way on camera, be cold and stuff like that. He said, oh, okay, you speaking of text messages. Okay.
And maybe what Becca said was true, but maybe that was part of the plan they both came up with. You know what I'm saying? Emily, I'm saying Claire probably told Cameron, okay, I'm gonna kiss you, we're gonna act like we like each other so we can make it to the end. And Cameron probably came back, okay, so if that's the case, so when you get on camera, I want you to act cold on camera. So they probably will try to get each other ideas on the ways of acting on camera, right? So that's what I think, you know, that text was. Now, when it came to the text Cameron had, go ahead.
The text Cameron had, he said that we just talking about, go ahead, you just watched it.
I'm still recovering, man.
And I'm still got my sinuses draining, man.
You ain't had nobody cut on you. Go ahead.
They ain't cut on you. All they did was stuck something up under your nose, put a kickstand up under there, and just hiked it up. And then they took it out. Yes, that is what they did. That's what they did. So anyway, Cameron was saying, since you want to talk about text messages, let's talk about the text message where Emily had cheated. And then it was the way he put it in the context or whatever. And then Keisha said, hold up, because you ain't feeling scary across that. You know, Emily had cheated and stuff. So she was like, hold up, did you say she cheated? He was like, oh, yeah. He looked at Becca like, oh, yeah, she cheated. I wasn't trying to bring that out on public and nothing like that, because it didn't have nothing to do with what he was saying. Yeah. And Becca was like, really, that didn't have nothing to do with what you was talking about. So Cameron probably did that on purpose. And so.
No, yeah, he did it to deflect. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And Becca was like, Keisha was like, Becca, so, you know, explain what happened. You know what I'm saying? She cheated. And Becca said that, that, you know, of course, you know, her and Brendan kept, you know, she was, I guess, putting in effort to be, you know, Brendan's wife and everything. And she just kept getting roadblocked. So she was frustrated, you know, trying to do it over and over again. And so she went out one night by herself, and she met this Australian man. And, you know, they ended up making out.
I don't know what making out means. I know what making out means.
What do you mean, have sex, right?
I don't know.
It depends. No big grown people and just be.
It depends how far. You got different levels of making out. Was it making out level 1, making out level 2, or making out level 3?
Well, she made out, and remember, this girl ain't never been in no relationship, so making out probably is part of her resume.
Yeah, she has slept with guys on the first date.
So she probably, you know, went ahead and slept with him and stuff like that. So Keisha was like, well, you know, they're still married, right? I'm saying, Keisha, girl, you know this is not the whole form of a real marriage in the context. Yes, if you had two people that was us.
I get what you're saying, but still, in the state they in, the law they in, they still married. Okay?
I get it. It's still marriage. You know, she cheated.
I don't care how weird it is.
But the thing was, I think that also she was saying that Brendan was having girls in his DMs. I don't know if he cheated or nothing like that or whatever. He was having girls in his DM. And
was he replying back to the girls in the DM? That's the question.
That's Brendan. Yeah, I'm quite sure. So anyway, you know, Keisha was like, you know, he cheated and stuff like that. But again, yes, you're on the show, but this is so unconventional and stuff like that. To me, y'all just really and truly dating, trying to figure it out. Then you got a man that you sitting up there trying to supposedly, you know, give yourself to him, and he like, girl, I don't want you to go somewhere, you know. And so he doing his thing, and she did her thing.
That's the problem. If she was gonna do that, she should
just say, I don't want to be here.
Right, you know, did what old Lion and Laura did. End it, and she can go out there and do what she wanted to do, you know. But instead of doing that, she was trying to hold on, work it out, She kept getting stonewalled, so she decided, like, okay, I'm had enough of this. So she went out there and cheated.
And she shouldn't have came back to it.
Right, and that's exactly.
Shouldn't have
So
came back to it. Was it before or after the accident? Because after the accident, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna make it."
Well, here's the thing. Trust me, what she did was wrong, but I understand why she did it.
Right.
I get it. Doesn't make it right, but I get it.
Right. So that was the tea. So you know, Keisha could not believe it, you know, because Cameron said, you know, he got the text messages and stuff like that. So basically it seemed like Claire is messy. She in everybody's business but her own. She trying to be the producers and the therapists on the show, honey. She trying
Claire or Emily?
No, Claire, because she trying to produce and tell her and Cameron this how it's gonna go down. She being messy. She over there in Emily business and stuff like that. And so he was saying that he's really and truly was telling Claire, don't say, get out of there. That's not our situation and stuff like that. She said, no, she planned on taking Brenda down. And he was like, but it's gonna hurt Emily. And so she was like, oh, it don't matter to me. You know, cheaters do what cheaters do. You know what I'm saying? Cheaters going down. So he was like, is that a friend? So I think she was talking more about Brennan, not Emily. So
here's the thing. Married at First Sight needs to take a page out of Love is Blind book.
Same producers.
Once you get these screenshots and texts, show them on the screen.
I know that's right, Chad.
Let us see them with our own eyes. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to go by hearsay. Let us see the text messages. You know, that's what they did with Love is Blind. They got the screenshots. They put them up there. They pop each bubble one at a time. They broke it down. And that's what I think they should do in the after party with these so-called text messages.
We need to see the receipts. I don't care nothing about that. Keisha's like, ooh. Now let's move on to nothing else was hot. Nothing else y'all need to talk about. This was the whole doggone after party. So yes, we could have diverted anything else y'all want to recap on the boring show and talk about these receipts. And we could talk about this and sit everybody down because somebody lying and somebody over exaggerating or something. Let's get to the truth. But in fact, y'all just get off the TV screen because y'all doing way too much on this extended version. We don't like it.
Okay, now we're gonna get to the 10-minute episode. 10 minutes.
So anyway, in the Married at First Sight boring thing where you got the single wives club, because not all the single wives want to migrate together and we ain't got no man and our man did us wrong.
I don't know. It's ironic that you got the single wives club or ex-wives club. You got one ex-wife trying to get back with her man. But go ahead.
Who? Lauren.
Yeah.
She was trying to get back with him.
If you put an offer on the table,
he did.
And she said,
I ignored it.
I heard what she said. So I got to think about it. There's no need to think about that. There's no need to think about it. Don't forget, the whole world saw you on the floor crying. Okay.
The whole world, because they let me watch you no more.
So I'm just saying, don't forget about that. But go ahead.
So you got Micah and Chloe. It seems like they doing good. They're going to hit a couple of road bumps, you know. They doing they at the farm, and she seemed like girlfriend want her a whole
zoo.
Okay.
A whole zoo.
With some children.
Yeah, I'm talking about like children and zoo. Children and animal. I think she gonna build an ark. She thinks she Moses?
I said, you don't need to come on Married at First Sight and find a man that may want to do a portion of that. You need to go out there and find a man that want to do all of that and then you need some money. Money.
You need a place.
You said you a minimalist. Girl, you said the minimalist. And then you got a man that wants to buy Gucci and all this other. What?
Yeah, hopefully, once they sit down and talk, they can kind of iron this stuff out. Because I'd be dang if I have some foster kids in my house wearing my Gucci shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
So they're going to have to get a bigger house. She said she want about 5 fosters. And so these things are new to him. So he was like, I wanted this much and this much, but not this much. Right. So she going way overboard. And so Michael said he got some concerns about all that. I said, they up there holding, what they call them? Not holding. What they do? Herding the goats and stuff like that. Yeah. And I said, they be like David in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He back there with the sheep.
He need a big long staff and something on his head walking around in the desert. Come on, in the yeah, okay, yeah, that too. I'm still from the
Don't blame that on recovery.
Surgery, man.
I think you was saying that was Moses. That wasn't Moses. Anyway,
surgery, man.
So let's move on to each one of the single wives. They talking to their friend. They ain't got no man.
Why are they doing this episode? What's the purpose in this episode?
To get to Chloe and Michael to the end. So now they want us and them to catch up with them.
We don't want to catch up. We know what happened. Okay. Just come on, man. Come on there.
I really think it's ridiculous, to be honest. And y'all gonna have another episode. So I don't know. Y'all need to fast forward their episodes. They little stuff to have them on get them their own personal VHS video and say this is what we didn't show. But because they was late, they got to catch up with everybody else.
Or you know, y'all go see the Marvel movies, and at the end of the movie they had that end credit scene. You could do Michael and Chloe just like the end credit scene.
And just give us everything.
Yeah, just give us what's happened to it, what happened. Okay, bam, that's it.
Bam, that's it.
That's it.
Y'all should have came and talked to us.
Yeah, end credit scene, Michael and Chloe, that's what happened to them. They said yes, then boom, you go right into the reunion.
And some of y'all made a good point. I think it may have been one or two people. But I'm like, what are experts? The experts is on the other show, child. I think Austin is next or Chicago, one of they is on the other show.
They already looking at candidates now.
No, they already filming.
No, that's what I meant filming.
Yeah, they already filming for that. So how? I don't understand how did y'all think this through? Because the experts not even have. I ain't hardly seen Dr. Pepper this season. It's like y'all not giving us. Go get some more experts and put them on that one, and then. But anyway, child, y'all, you know when you say you bite out more than you could chew because they ready for the next, they ready for the next one. But anyway,
well, here's the thing, Married. I know we talking Married at First Sight. In my opinion, is trying so hard to compete and keep up with 90 Day Fiance. Cause you know 90 Day Fiance got all these 90 Day Fiance shows,
and they got 1.some million.
Right,
views.
and I think Married at First Sight is trying their best to emulate that, but you got to have the people, you got to have the resources to do that. Now, 90 Day Fiance, you're gonna have 90 Day Fiance Single Life, 90 Day Fiance Where Are They Now, 90 Day Fiance Spain, 90 Day Fiance Africa.
They don't have that.
Shoot, I don't know. They got so many of them. Who knows? But that's why I'm thinking.
After the 90 day, before the 90 day.
I really think it's Married. I think Married at First Sight trying to do, man. But that's why they try the other shows. You know what I'm saying? The Webcam, Married at First Sight, Where Are They Now? It just didn't catch on like that. So.
It's some stuff, you try it and don't work, then come back to your original plan. And to me, rushing these shows like that, it's taken away from actually the quality. You know what I'm saying? We want quality over quantity, honey, any day. So the quality of the show is really falling short because I feel as though y'all rushing. So y'all probably rush because y'all wanted to hurry and get Denver because you got to go to the next one and the next one. So y'all just threw these people together and tried to throw us on TV, and it threw up in your face and a little mind.
Not just rushing. They trying to rush, and when they get the season started, they try to prolong that season. Cause to me, you can cut out 3 or 4 episodes of this season, and it will still make a complete season.
Probably 10.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like these next episodes are unnecessary in my opinion.
Oh
you know
yeah, for sure.
I think they should be doing the reunion part 1 and reunion part 2.
I think they used to have, once they get finished with the season, then they do Where Are They Now, and then they do the reunion. So, you know what I'm saying? And I understand because of Chloe and Michael, but it should have been something that was a little bit more thought out than that.
Like I said.
Because we shouldn't have to suffer because that girl said no.
End credit scene.
Yeah.
That would took care of Chloe and Michael.
And I don't know if as soon as this wrap, is the next one, Married at First Sight, finna come back on, because it seems as though they don't want much gappage. They used to have a few months.
And you know why they don't want gappage now? Because you got shows like Love Is Blind, Bam Bam Bam, that can fill that gappage, or they feel like they're gonna lose viewers if they have too long of a gappage to other shows like 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, but if they losing viewers because it's trash.
They don't put a good product out there.
Yeah, they didn't put a good product. Yep. Anyway, so so Austin was sharing with his friend, with his roommate actually. The roommate was saying that Becca had feelings. He felt his feelings was hurt because yeah, he was wrong for lying to Becca, but he felt that the marriage could last or work and stuff like that. And he kind of tears up, and the friend like, oh, woo, 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 woo. So let's move on to where I just want to say this part. Now, Brendan, I think Brendan always been single. Like, once he came back from that honeymoon, he was like, I'm finna living my best life. He finna live his single life. So when he walked in there, what it was, the bar, when it was, maybe.
Pool hall.
Yeah, and he was like, ooh, that bartender cute. He was like, ooh, I'm single. Oh, it feels good to be single and stuff like that. Yeah, the marriage, it was good to go do the little tasks and the little exercise and stuff like that. But, it didn't work. And the friend was trying to say, well, what the friend was saying, did you work it? Like, would you see her again? Would you want to reconcile? I don't know why the friend was saying that. What he was saying?
First of all, the friend said, Brandon, I thought you told me once you get married, you never get a divorce.
He did say that.
He said, well, Brandon said, well, I did say that, but, if things don't line up, I'm not going to put myself through that. So that's the reason why I'm kind of like bailed out of the marriage. And the friend said, well, did you even try? And Brendan said, yeah, I tried. And he said, and then the friend asked Brendan, if you see her, would you try to talk to her, have some kind of, I'm paraphrasing this, have some kind of cordial conversation with her? Brendan said, no, basically, Brendan said that door is closed, it's shut, got nails in it, and a lock on it, and some duct tape on it, so that door would never open again. And that's what Brendan basically was saying. So,
and he was saying too, especially since she had called him out, she was just tearing him up on one of them little cams and stuff like that. That's when he asked her to delete it and all that stuff. But anyway, so Chloe and Michael, they done had sex. They was talking about moving in together and what it was gonna look like, and basically some stuff is kind of scares him. Now, I think with Michael, it really and truly, when that girl said, I'm gonna go home and decompress because I'm an introvert and I just can't, I think that was the beginning of him saying, okay, well, let's just do this, go home and stuff like that or whatever. So Lauren and Olion, they have it's one person to comment that really be going hard for Olion. Chat. I don't know if that's their relative or what, but honey, they does not team Lauren, honey, which I get it. But they say, I told you it was Lauren. She lied. She did this. She did that. I was like, woo, child, come back and get your cousin, honey. So as they sitting out talking, and it seemed as though he called her. Let's go on a date. Let's talk. And it seems as though he said that he don't want to move forward because he like to date somebody else because he really and truly want to, like, I guess this part of what they got ain't closed. And she was like, well, I don't understand because I'm really and truly not open to date. I'm not sure what you trying to insinuate. So yeah. What?
I don't know if she got sisters in her life. I don't know if she got any brothers in her life. Maybe she need to come back down to Atlanta or somewhere. Come back down to the South.
She was from here.
I don't know. She need to come here, man. Because why are you entertaining this guy? Why? This man basically embarrassed you on national television. Had you fallen out of chairs crying? Had you fallen out off a sofa crying? Had you fallen out of the car crying? Had you fell off a seesaw crying. You go up and down the seesaw, you start crying. The man had you cry every time you was on camera, man. And you give this man some time of the day. For what reason? Why? Why are you entertaining this man? Okay, he didn't want to be with you at the time. He said no. He said and told you in front of the whole world he wanted a divorce. And you cried when he said that. And here you are contemplating about being friends with benefits.
That's not what I got out of the conversation. You had turned your head and you was on, everybody on mute. You was on really muted that in your head.
Because every time I see them on the TV screen, it's just like, it does something to me.
So basically, it seems as though O'Line wants some more, but she's just like, no. So anyway.
So why meet this guy in person and tell him that?
I don't know. I just want to know, did they say they gonna pay y'all extra? Y'all get an extra check?
She could text him that or something.
But anyway, so Michael is calling Cameron, because Michael ain't got nobody to film with child, because all of theirs is just horrible. So basically he was just saying what he was and what he's trying to do and move forward, and him and Chloe trying to build. But Cameron did say that, everything that girl that he was married to, Claire, he said he don't ever want to see her a day in his life no more, because all she doing is feeding Emily information, feeding her stuff, and Emily just like regurgitating. Like, I guess he's saying that the girl is an instigator and she messy. So, he said the stuff that she said when they was at that thing, he said he didn't say that. So let's move. We want to know why they blurred out Michael's phone. You know what I'm saying?
All it did, because we called each other trying to figure out what was blurred.
Right.
And all to us what seemed blurred on our phones was the hang-up button. The hang-up button. Mm-hmm. The red button. That's what they call the hang-up. Ooh, yo.
The end button.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mama, end the phone. You mean the hang-up? Ooh, yo. The hang-up button. But yeah, so I was trying to figure.
Was it that they didn't want to advertise an iPhone? Maybe that would have really and truly been to know.
We know everybody knows that's an iPhone. That didn't make sense to me, but
so anyway, but y'all probably figured it out because y'all like Blue's Clues in the comments.
No, they're gonna say, "Ooh, all it was, Kourtney, was the hang-up button." Y'all old too, because we saw the demographics. Dang, our demographics.
Analytics.
Yeah, ooh, 50s and 60s. Hey, Geritol people.
Right up your alley.
Yours too.
Baby, I'm not no 50s and 60s.
You 50?
I'm 49.
If you 50 this year?
Oh, that's okay. I ain't got that yet.
Yeah, be 50. You sure be acting like you 50 around here sometimes too.
No, you need to stop
you
them
do,
lies,
you
man.
do.
What I do?
What you doing over there?
Oh, I pulled it.
I can't control it no more.
It just want to come out.
You don't feel it? I can feel it.
I can feel it.
I asked you.
Can you feel it?
Apparently you can't. Yo.
But yeah, if I'm by myself, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, let's move on. So Chloe and Micah do their little spa day and stuff like that. So he was like, I feel restricted. So he threw his underwear off while he was in the spa and stuff. So basically in that, they have a conversation. She was like, it's our 1 month anniversary. How you feel about it? If it was decision day now, what would you say? He was like, well, I don't have enough data yet. I don't have enough information about you or the situation. So I can't, say that. She felt some type of way because it seemed like she done fell in love with this man. And she was like, how you feel about the L word? And she was like, really, this is the most healthiest relationship I ever done been in.
See, all those women out there in the comments doubting Michael's sexuality and everything. I guess he laid it down. Yeah, she's strong, boy. She is strong, boy.
I can't let you go. I can't let you go. So yeah, she looks like she is in love. So yeah, so that's the situation with them. And Becca and Emily going to see a medium child, the single wives child. They hanging together, honey. Is they gonna get together? Because we keep seeing them together all the time. So anyway, Chloe and Michael is talking to Dr. Pia. It seems as though that Dr. Pia wanted to know a little bit more information about, what they got going on. They said it's our 1 month anniversary. Chloe on camera is saying that she was looking like disheveled because she was like, I thought we was in a good place. And this man, he basically telling me, he's not sure like what decision they gonna look like. And she looked devastated, really and truly devastated. Y'all know she like really emotional and stuff. But when it come to Dr. Pia, they sitting down and stuff. And he was like, they was talking about their parents, and he was like, yeah, I haven't introduced her to my mom yet. She's like, hold up, you haven't? And she was like, yeah, we both discussed that was the best thing, and I do understand it. You remember, y'all, that the girl said she a yes person. She go with the flow. She a people pleaser. Yeah, we both discussed it and stuff. So, I was like, girl, because in that confession, I think you felt some type of way about it. Chloe, they also was saying too that they decided not to move in together afterwards. You know, they may take a break or come together 4 times a week or stuff like that. Like Pia said, no, I really and truly don't recommend that. I recommend that y'all stay together so y'all won't drift apart. And then here come old Saving Chloe. Well, we both discussed that and we felt that, you know, and she was like, hold up, are y'all faking? I do understand that the cameras are here, you know, and, you know, sometimes you feel pressure to say certain things, but is this really and truly are you being authentic? Like, are you faking it for the camera? She was like, no, that's one thing about me. I'm not going to be fake. I'm going to say it how it is. She said, well, okay, but I think you may be kind of people pleasing. So make sure that's not what it is. If that's something y'all both discuss, I'm not going to change your mind on that, but just make sure it is what it is.
Maybe Michael is backpedaling. Maybe we heard about the animals and the foster kids. It kind of like, man,
the woman in the shoe.
Yeah, he said, man, I can't dress up, you know, put my clothes on. I can't, you know, they're gonna change my swag because, you know, there's a lot of kids, 5 kids at one time, and not just small kids. She wants teenagers, that have issues, and those. You know, that's why I heard those type of kids are hard to get out of the foster home because they're older and they already set in their ways, and a lot of people don't give them. So Michael is not going to deal with that, in my opinion. I don't see him. He's not the type of guy that has the patience to change his life to that extreme to deal with stuff like that, in my opinion.
So yeah, it seems like on next week too, he is gonna be like, you know, saying some stuff that Chloe's like, oh my gosh, and I done came on here trying to feel a little bit this man, and now what? So yeah, that's basically what it is, and you know, so we may have a 0 out of 0 that get married and stay married. You know,
yeah, at least Love Is Blind. Yeah, one couple stayed married.
If y'all ain't watched our Love Is Blind review, y'all check it out. Go and watch it. It was pretty good this whole season. Shout out to the nurse. My nurse. They said, okay, now that I know that y'all, you know, do YouTube and stuff like that, I'm gonna watch our reviews. But she said she's gonna watch the whole season of Love Is Blind first. You know, she had got me back there and talking to me. I said, ooh, girl, I want to go see the doctor. Now I don't want to talk about this TV stuff she had because I'm ready to go. But anyway, they have wonderful staff. Love my doctor. All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. As we say on the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I always put God first.
And thank God that my husband is healthy and he is back at work. So he saved his job by coming back and clocking in and stuff like that. So
you know, I want to talk to HR about this.
I am HR.
Man, because this is not right.
I'm HR.
This is not right. I should be off trying to recover and recuperate.
I'm the CEO and the president. I'm the secretary.
Man, you can't even hold my job over my head because I can't
perform. Who you gonna talk to?
I'm gonna talk to HR.
I am HR.
You know.
Hold on. I get him. Hey, I'm HR.
Hey, I have a complaint.
What's your complaint?
The boss trying to make me come to work. I just had surgery, and he told me I had to take a week or 2 weeks off. And here,
you got your doctor's excuse?
Yes.
Well, I need to see it.
I'll email it to you.
Okay, let me see your doctor's
excuse.
Well,
too late. I'm already worked, though.
See, you didn't let me finish. I said, let me see your doctor's excuse, but you still going to have to work because that's in your contract. So, yeah.
What kind of bull crap is this?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that, you know what I'm saying, this is what you
signed.
That's why y'all the fine print?
That's why y'all have a high turnover rate around here.
Did you read the fine print?
Man.
Yeah, right. Like I said, now go on sign off and tell the people bye. Because you got another shift to do tomorrow.
Do I?
You do. It's Ready to Love. You got to do that shift, and then you got Married to Medicine on Sunday. So we'll give you a Saturday off, but you got to be back. Don't tell the people bye, or I'm going to cut your pay.
I'll put God first.
That's right.